Welcome back, boys and girls. What the heck month are we in? March? It's my new kerosene heater. Got it from a friend for 30 bucks. He said he used it a couple times, but it works. It's, what the hell is today? March? Yeah, something like that. Still snowing like a bastard down here. We just had another snowstorm. So I'm hiding out in here. The Camaro is gone. I now own a 2001 Chevy Astro van, and it's right there, and I've put a lot of time and work into that thing, from brake lines to fuel lines to everything. And let it focus. Focus, girl. Come on. There you go. Had to go from daylight to darkness. But I put a lot of time and work into that car, and probably got like 300 pictures. I'll show you a bunch of them right now. It has 206,000. Now I think it's 208. Runs like a top now because I put everything in it from brake lines to fuel lines to you name it. But this is the Trike. I cut that just cut this thing out of that fender I had made. This was for the SR 250, like, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years back. These are some tanks I got for 20 bucks. This is one I had. Still deciding what I'm going to do for a fuel tank, whether it goes there or underneath, or I don't know, we'll see. This is my pulley seat. I've moved this around from bike to bike. I figured I could get another one too. I'll take it off. I made the bracket the other day to hold it on, whether I'm going to keep it that way or not. I got a bracket and the factory Harley thingy, and this is actually a 600-pound bicycle spring, so it doesn't bounce down as much as I'd like it to. I might go with an airbag there. I wire formed a false gas tank. I made a bracket, just a strip of metal, 1/4 just to hold it as a cover, and I made some 1/4 wire, and I made a gas tank shape, but I didn't make it come up higher than the neck. I made it be just a little bit higher than the down tube, and it's getting there. Here's that fender without the bracket on it, the one I made a while ago. This is fiberglass. This is another wire formed a shape to look like the wings there. Doesn't have the bracket on it, I just cut it off, but I do have the bracket. It's actually right there on that fender. And there's another one right there on that fender. Stock headlight. I don't think you even know about this. I got new controls, they're like 40 bucks. The new grips, they're red and black, just cleaning them up, they're dirty. New mirrors, new mounts for the mirrors, 20-inch high-rise, what do you call them, ape hangers. These are 20-inch. Of course, they got new harnesses, nothing's connected, it's just shoved in a hole for now. I'd like to do all my connections under here, maybe. But having fun. I made these, I bought these running boards maybe a year ago. I think it was the beginning of last summer. 30 bucks on Craigslist. They're truck running boards. They go just underneath the cab. And I like them backwards like this. I got a bunch of pictures of that. I cut the T-bar up. I didn't want it open like it was. Like I said, I'm not going to use the body anymore. I cut the T-bar up. Let's see. I made this thing here. Piece that bolts through the frame and just drops down. This was the T-bar. I cut it off. That's a piece of angle iron. I'm going to put some lights on this too. And these running boards, it's just one screw right now, but are sitting on it, and it sits perfectly level. The back is a piece of angle iron from one side to the other, and it's connected by a bracket that bolts to that faceplate on both sides, if you can see it. See it? I got plenty of room under here, and I might be able to get a nice sized tank under there. Maybe 2 of those yellow tanks. I think those are 5 gallon. If I can get a 5 gallon on both sides, that's 10 gallons. That's what a Beetle came with, 10 gallons. But I need to get rid of this little bracket that's under here. That's only 1/4. I need to make this part of the frame so it's stronger, and probably put some pieces from here down to the frame just to stop this from canning and ripping off. But yeah, it's been a long winter. Long winter. This is the middle seat from my Astro van. I never really liked the middle seat. Wire and stuff I got ready. I got some nice wire with like 6 and 8 and 10 strands ready for electrical. These were the original ones that someone had given me. They're missing pieces, but hey, I'll hold on to them. That's the case with my camera. Here's my other camera. I'm using my digital camera. This is the one that, this is my Sony. Probably the biggest one I have. It had an issue where it was supposed to do double recording and was only doing single, so it wouldn't let me edit anything. I could see it playing the screen, but I couldn't do anything with it. Now we've got no electrical, so I can't turn this on right now. It's been covered all winter. This is my new card I got for 35 bucks. And I only paid 35 bucks for it, like I said, and I put all my hardware. There used to be a cart right here that was full of hardware. I put all that hardware right here. And the cart that was there, I took it apart. It's actually, the base of it is right here. I took it apart. Here's the top half of it with a bunch of trash in it. And I took the drawers that were in it and I built it into the bottom. That's the back side of it right there. But that's all motorcycle stuff underneath. Wires, switches, all Trike stuff. Lights. And I'm kind of running out of metal. I don't have much for metal to mess around with. So I do have a piece of 1/4 inch rod that I'd like to make some more ribs to go over the top. maybe here to here and a couple in the middle. And I'm thinking skin this thing in nylon and then fiberglass it, sand it down good, and maybe make some kind of a cover for the frame, or I don't know, maybe make that a point instead of just a flat area. Something different. But it's been a long winter, and I've been collecting two things, parts and money. You can't have one without the other. I made, this was 1-inch handlebars. I made them 7/8 to fit the thingy. They're not done yet. I got to weld around that. I'm going to put some plug welds, and I actually want to run a brace from here to here. Or not. We'll see. Maybe put some corner braces. I don't know. But the light's pretty neat. But God, this fender will work on here too, because the tire is the same size as the one on the SR250. Last registered in 2010. Now this is a Kawasaki KZ440 front end. Right there. Kawasaki. No more Springer. That Springer sucked so bad, I got rid of it. I sold it for like 150 bucks or 200 bucks. I know it was like more than I paid for it, so that's a good thing. I know my training's good because I drove it up and down the road. It was a scary ride, but it's been a long time. So I'm going to show you about 200 pictures. If you want to skip ahead, that's fine. I don't care. I'm going to show pictures of the van and all the work I did to the van. Going to be no commentaries or anything. You'll just be able to skip ahead if you want to skip it. But I got this thing for 300 bucks. See it out there? Let's open the door, maybe. My $300 Astro van. It runs like a top. I'm not letting the heat out. So here's 5 gallons. If I can make this 10 and stick it underneath the transmission from side to side, that'd be perfect. Actually, I think I'm going to go over there and just see how big it is compared to this area. So, if this was under here, yeah, a little too close to the ground. So, I'm thinking, not like this, but one like it. Exactly. One from one side to the other. Maybe 10, 12, 18 gallons, whatever you can get. But once I hit 10, I'd be happy. Fire. This is a great camera. You don't have to mess with it too much. Let me put my hand in the sleeve here. Alright. It has built-in macro. If I go up to something like this, it just focuses. Takes it a second, but it focuses. Like a mirror. Oh! Yeah, having fun. I get to clean all that out. Now this bench has been cleaned off, maybe 3 times, and it always seems to collect things, so. I have one of everything, just not a place to put it. I got this 45 amp battery charger on the side of the road for free. Nothing wrong with it. $300 battery charger. Thank you. That's the other frame that I was messing around with at the end of the year. That's for this front end right here. If I ever get to it. We will. But I'm liking this one. We're almost together running. Seats, pedals. Pedals are on the ground right there. I got a set of jugs from my boss. My boss built a Volkswagen. There's one there, and there's 2 over here. Good 1600cc, 85.5 millimeter jugs. So I wanted to lower that. That's way too high. Or put a different kind of mount or something. This spring does not give for nothing. You could put 1,200 pounds on that sucker. It does not give. And there's no adjustment. It'll let you lower and raise it, but it's not really lowering and raising it. It's taking the pressure off the spring. The spring's already heavy enough the way it is. It's actually too much. But it was a start. I haven't had a seat on it all year, so what do you do? It was my neck. That came out good. The other side. All nice and heavy. Now it's burned in good. So we get to do electrical, seats, false gas tank, back seat, back gas tank, real gas tank, running boards, lights, fenders. Fenders is a good one. I found some fenders, but they're way the hell up in Maine. I think you said they're 8 inches wide. I gotta see what these are. Let's get the tape measure here. Stick with me. Hard to do this one hand. Yeah, 8 inches won't cover that. These got to be at least 10s. Crap. Oh well, I know Speedway in Nebraska has some fiberglass fenders that are like Model T fenders. You can put them just about anywhere. That's not going to stay there. That was a bad idea, but it worked. All right, I'm gonna see if I can do some work tonight. Mess around with this thing, make something work. But you got a lot of pictures to catch up on. Well, just like everything, you start messing with one thing and it turns into another. I had made a full-length threaded bolt through this, and it was just too small, so I went to 3/8, I believe it is, was the next size. It's a 1/2 inch knot, put it that way. I put some washers and spacers and stuff. Now I wanted it so this was bolted down, but this was easy to get off, so and it all has to come off. This has to be removable. What if I change the seat, or I don't know. So I made the plate bolted down underneath. There's a nut under here, and then there's a bracket that comes off it to keep it level for one here. I might make something else, I'm not sure, but we'll see. So I can just kick this nut off, boop, take that nut off, boop, and the fake tank comes off without messing with the seat. The seat thing, now, this thing was 2 brackets that were under there for the longest time that I had made for another design that just isn't going to work with this one, so I cut them off. And tomorrow I'm going to make some brackets out of angle iron to connect it to that. This is a spring from the middle of a mountain bike on the frame. Those newer designs. This thing's rated for 1,200 pounds. I wish it was lighter, but it's really just a look. I don't weigh 1,200 pounds. I'm 225. But I'm back at it, messing with things here and there. If you take the seat, actually, it's funny, I traded the seat for a mountain bike. The seat goes on there carefully so I don't rip it. Yeah, that's one. Come on. Hold on. 2 fingers here, 1/2 a hand. There we go. Alright, that's where it sits. And I'm 6'4", so it's a perfect spot. I didn't want it too low, I didn't want it too high. I wanted it so you could get on it, sit on it, and your feet were resting, and that's how my feet rest at 6'4". Actually, my brakes work. It's not moving, see? I made some full-length bolts with nuts on both sides because you kind of can't get at this end of it with a wrench, so I put it all together, red Loctite at that end, and now you can just tighten with the 2 top ones. If you loosen these 2, what you can do is swing the pedals left and right. They're a little crooked, but I think it'll look good. Not bad for a cover. Just gonna be fun. Alright, that's it. This is for Scott Cash and Barney Beasley. I'm signing off. I gotta put something in there so you don't put your fingers in there. Have a good day, you guys. I'll see you online. And have a good night.